So basically, I'm gonna be showing y'all how y'all can get bigger. So people make it complicated, more complicated than what it needs to be. So basically, what you have to do, because I was skinny. I'll pop a picture up here somewhere showing you how skinny I was. Like I was skinny, like I was a twig. Chest wasn't built, arms wasn't built. So right now I may look skinny to y'all, but guess what? This is for you. And guess what? I made a lot of progress. I'll show the picture. I'll put the pictures up. I made a lot of progress. So this is just 1 year being consistent in the gym. So basically the other pictures, I was in the gym kind of inconsistently. So I wasn't really training for strength. I was training for like sports and shit like that. So if y'all know about the difference between bodybuilding and sports, you know it's different, the way you train. So basically, so what I did to build muscle up, like I was eating a lot. So basically, I'm gonna explain it. Fuck all that bullshit about eating a lot, because everybody says eating a lot, but they don't explain really what you need to do to eat. You can be eating a lot, but you may not be hitting your macros. And I'll get into all that as well and explain, because I wish I would have knew this, because I didn't really know it, because I was kind of just listening to one of my friends, and I really wasn't but then when I started to do research and actually figure out how gaining muscle and losing fat and all that works, then I started to realize. So basically what you want to do is you want to get a calculator. So basically, like a calculator as far as like one of the calculators that'll tell you your weight, like how much a TDEE calculator, basically, my bad. So a TDEE calculator. So what TDEE means is total daily energy expenditure. So that's basically the whole, everything you do in a day on how much calories you burn. So if you're eating, walking, breathing, sleeping, going to the gym, you know, clapping a girl like these, anything, all that is burning calories. So when you're burning calories, you have to now eat, and when you eat, you're putting on calories as well. So that gives you energy to fuel you throughout the day. And what people mess up and do is when they're bulking up, they don't know how many calories they're actually burning a day. So if you're very active and you're burning like 3,000 calories a day, and you think you're eating like 5 to 6 meals a day, and those meals are only like what, 2,000 calories, you're not eating in a surplus. You're now in a deficit, or you may be eating at maintenance. So basically, at maintenance, you're not going to be losing weight or gaining weight. You're just going to stay how you are. So for me, I will have to figure out how many calories I burn a day and eat that. Nothing above, nothing less. And I won't gain nor lose weight. But if I want to gain muscle, if I burn 2,500 calories today, right, then that means I need to eat in a surplus. So I need to eat 500. It's basically the best amount to start gaining muscle. You'll see weight gain probably like a pound or 2 weeks or 3. I'll get into the math if y'all really want to see that. But when you start to eat more, you'll start to gain muscle. But you can also gain fat too. That's what people mess up, and that's what I did when I messed up. So what I was doing is, when I was on a bulk, so you have bulks and you have cuts. So basically I'm cutting right now. That's why I look kind of leaned up and everything. I'm still going through the cut. I haven't reached my peak cut yet, but I'm getting there. So basically, we have bulks and cuts. So I bulked up before I got to here. If y'all see some beginning and after pictures, when I was small and skinny, I bulked up and then I cut down. So it's only 1 year, so this is my first cut and my first bulk. I kind of learned from it, so I know what to do and what not to do. So basically what I did was, I was kind of eating anything on the table. I was eating McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. Right after a workout, I go for a post-workout. I'm gonna go to Wendy's, get a 5 for $5 biggie bag, crushing that shit like nuggets, everything, just eating anything in my space. And what that did is, I'll put another picture up. It made me start to gain like fat. So I was gaining muscle, but I was gaining fat as well. And that's what you want to avoid, depending on what you're going for. But it's best to avoid the fat, because you want to put on unnecessary. Then when you cut, you're going to have to cut way down, and it's just unnecessary. So you want to go on a lean bulk. Lean bulk means you want to eat like foods like chicken, salmon, chickpeas, rice, wild rice, stuff like that. That's high in protein, but doesn't have all the extra bullshit in there. Because when you go to fast food restaurants, they may have a lot of protein, but they have fats, greases from other stuff they cooked on that grill that's now getting soaked into yours, and that's unnecessary calories that you're consuming. So when you get into doing bulks, I think it's best to track your food, so you know how much food you're eating a day, how much protein. So Basically, let me break this down too. I'm just kind of going all over the place, but let me break this down. So your macros are basically your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates. So that's your macros. Those are the three things mainly that you need whenever you're trying to build muscle in the gym. So you want to make sure you're getting 1 pound of protein per pound of body weight whenever you're doing anything, whenever you're bulking or cutting. You want to make sure you hit your protein as much as you can, and you want to get your protein from whole foods, not protein shakes. If you can't get as much in this whole food, get some protein shakes. But I don't recommend solely relying on protein shakes, because it's a difference from when you're eating lean meat and then we're eating lean protein from actual things like chickpeas, wild rice, and avocados, stuff like that, things of those natures, instead of drinking your protein. It's a difference. You can see it. You may not think so, but it is. And then also, you want to make sure your carbs and everything are as well. So generally, whenever you what I use to track is I use MyFitnessPal, and I get a food scale, and I track everything to like the T, so I can see what I'm doing, how much I'm eating, and how much to do it. So basically, you want to eat over that. So once you start to eat over that, you'll begin to start slowly seeing muscle build. But like I said, it's dirty bulk and it's a clean bulk. Clean bulk is white rice, chicken, and then what is it? White rice, chicken, and things like that. And then you can still do that. You can still eat bullshit and stuff, but like kind of keep it at a minimum so you don't get as fat. So you can still enjoy yourself, have cookies and stuff like that. I'm not saying you don't have to cut it out, but just watch the calories in it, and also the sugars and everything like that. You want to make sure you constantly tracking that type of stuff, and that stuff will get you cut up, and like you'll be big, but you won't have like that big ass gut that everybody seems to have. So that's basically pretty much how to bulk up and get muscle. Like I said, you want to start eating like whole foods like chicken, rice, and you want to substitute. But when you're cutting, I'll get into another video about cutting, so I'll show you guys a little bit about cutting. So basically, you want to get your maintenance, get a TDE calendar, find out your maintenance, whatever that is, or how many calories you're burning a day, eat over that, and then track your food so you can see if you're eating over the calories or not. So that's where people mess up. They think they're just eating a lot, but when you start to track your food, you'll see, oh, this is how many calories in there. Like some chicken breasts may be like 132 calories for like 39 grams of protein. That's the knowledge that I have from tracking my food. So you think you get 2-3 big old chicken breasts, whole time they're not even that much in calories. So now you're just getting your protein in, but you're not getting your stuff, like your other stuff, like your calories in, so you can eat over that. So basically, and if you do sometimes, I'm not saying you don't have to, but don't make it a habit, but you can just backfill it with some trash shit just so you can hit your calories, but don't do it every day. Start to like meal prep, go through like, plan the day out, like go throughout your calendar or something, see when you have a free day so you can start the meal prep for the whole week, because cooking every day will start to get in the way. It makes times, and it's going to make you not want to stick to it. So you want to meal prep, get 2 or 3 meals so you can have a variety to eat every single day, or switch it up, and then meal prep it for the whole day. I know it may suck, but if you're trying to hit your goals, you got to do whatever the fuck it takes, and that's what it takes. Everybody say eat more, yeah, but you got to know how much calories are in the shit that you're eating, and also tracking your calories so you can see how much calories that you're eating a day. For me, so I got this Apple Watch on, y'all may have seen it. This is what I use when I'm on a deficit or when I'm bulking. So basically, it'll track all my movements, everything I do. It'll track my whole TDEE, so basically my total daily energy expenditure. And what I'll do is I'll make sure I look at this, and whatever it's at throughout the day, I'll eat over it. And so that's what I meant to say. So basically, the base rule for bulking is you want to eat 500 over your calories. Some people will overdo it, like 4,000. That's if you want to bulk up like really quickly. But then also you got to think about how much the food will cost and everything like that. It gets kind of expensive, but if you're shopping at like places like Aldi's and stuff like that, you can kind of find like chicken breasts and stuff like that for cheap. So you can cook that shit throughout the whole week and kind of keep your price low, because shit is going up. So for the people who can't afford it, you want to kind of like figure out how to get as much out of your money as you can for like weeks and stuff. And then also, what I meant to say is the best way to start figuring out if you're gaining weight is basically when they give you your amount that you need to eat on your TDEE calculator, then you want to start to eat over that amount for like a week, and then at the end of the week, in the morning before you eat anything, nothing in your body, get on the scale and weigh yourself, because the scale will throw you off throughout the day. When you're eating shit, your weight will fluctuate up and down. So what you want to do generally to get a clean weight, a weigh-in, is in the beginning of the morning, no water, no nothing. Just before you take a piss or whatever, get on the scale, look at the scale, and that's how much you weigh. And then if you gain weight, you'll know that that you're good, that you can eat at that, or you can eat even more so you can gain quicker. But like I said, don't eat bullshit, because you'll get a big ass gut. I know you go into the gym and see people strong as an ox but fat as a motherfucker. That's because they eating bullshit. That's what your diet says about you. If you got a fat ass stomach, you know you're eating bullshit. If you kind of lean and clean and bulked up, you know you're eating good as shit. You're eating lean shit. You're not eating bullshit. Like I said, you can still go on TikTok and shit. It's a whole bunch of recipes on low calorie shit, tasty meals and tasty treats, but you gotta get your lazy ass up and fucking cook that shit. So that's the thing. Instead of just getting the easy way out, going to the store, getting Oreo cookies and shit, and that shit is bullshit, getting you fat as fuck, when you can make the same thing for low calorie and way more volume. If you go on TikTok, get your lazy ass on TikTok and fucking look at some recipes. It ain't that hard. And then also, what I was trying to do before I got off track is, the base rule is 500 over your calories. So eat 500. If I burn 2,500 calories, I need to be eating 3,000 calories a day, nothing less. But you can go over more, like I said. And also, that's basically what you need to do to bulk up. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some more information, some more tips. This is Journey. I'm gonna keep going at it, and I'm gonna try to get into calisthenics as well. So doing handstands and shit and all that. So like, comment, subscribe. We gonna just go through the journey together, man, working out and shit. And I'm gonna show y'all how to train for aesthetics, because that's basically what I got. I'm not as strong. I can train for that, but when you train for aesthetics and you train for strength, it's two different shits that you have to do. So I'm gonna get back with y'all.